per unit of real gross value added decreased and reflecting an increase in a unit labor and non-cost of a decrease in unit price. And so we go. The explanation was there. A highly detailed situation. You can go to the Department of Commerce, Bureau of Economic Analysis. Now there are more tables there to get even more technical, but the reason that we give this in the first place is many times when you get the financial reports or stories, they tend to only scratch the surface. So to really understand the impact, we have to dive a little bit deeper and try to explain actually what was going on. So Q1 was not as bad as it seemed, is basically what the data is telling us, but there is much progress to be made. These are on Friday. We're doing the numbers now. The Global 30, this is the BBC Global 30, was down 37.53. The FTSE on Friday were negative 54.12. In Amsterdam, they were 2.08. The DAC in Frankfurt, 54.83 on Friday. In Paris, they were 17.46. In Brussels, 8.13. In Madrid, 63.90. In Zurich, they were in the negative at 37.82. In Moscow on Friday, 2.85. In Johannesburg, they were also in the negative. They were in the negative, I should say. 294.82. In Bombay, they were also in the negative at 84.13. The same for Karachi, negative 192.79. In Lahore, also in the negative 60.24. In Colombo, negative 15.13. In Tehran on Wednesday, 18.10. In Sydney on Friday, 83.80 in the negative. The Nikkei was also down, negative 65.25. The Hang Seng was down 481.88. In Shanghai, they were also down 334.91. In New York, they were 56.32. The Nasdaq, however, was in the negative at 31.69. The Merck was also down 0.82, and the miners in San Pablo, they were 841.30. And in Mexico, they were also in the positive range at 189.21. Let's take a quick look at commodities, primarily Brent crude. Brent crude futures down 7 cents at $63.13. The spot was down 62 cents and at $62.58. Texas Intermediate crude was down 6 cents at $59.60. T-Boone Pickens is still jumping for joy. He removed $15 a barrel. Oil. On the Forex, gold was down 20 cents at $1,174.40. Dubai gold futures were down $1.70 at $1,172.20. Silver was up 16 cents at $15.83 for anyone so inclined. Corn futures were up $8.50. Soybean oil futures were down 14 cents And wheat futures were up $30.25. This is a bushel here, and this. So it goes. Cocoa futures were up $30. There helps. And coffee futures, Robusta coffee futures, were up $10. I guess we'll be paying eventually more on coffee in the future, wherever the future is. Nonetheless, the economy in the U.S. Was moving along basically as one would in the summer, manufacturing being in better shape. Next week, hopefully, we'll have some PMIs to look at. It'll be a short week in the U.S. because of the Independence Day holiday on, I believe they're taking it officially on Friday. So we'll see, and we'll be looking also at some earning reports there. The petroleum situation is somewhat stabilized. We need to get back to checking on rig counts. We've not looked at rig counts in some time, but we shall look at those. Just one more thing. Wanted to look at Reuters here very quickly while we have a minute. Of course, Greece was the big headline over there. We talked about China and their regulators. Consumer sentiment. This is from Reuters. Rises in June. We had not talked about that. Sentiment jumped in June, according to this is University of Michigan survey. Final reading overall index. Consumer sentiment at 96.1, up sharply from 90.7 in May. It's the highest. Then the survey's a preliminary reading of 94, and the final reading was the highest since January, and topped the medium forecast of 94. That was the Reuters poll of there, and so consumer sentiment definitely up, and that is a plus for summer season, where people take holidays, and also the summer driving season. We'll see more of that going along here, and this is from the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. University of Michigan's consumer sentiment. Nice graphic here. We'll see if we can put it in, but nonetheless, 93.6. And what this does is give a historic of where it was in various years. 1980. Oops. At in May it was 51.7. In 1978 it was at 83.7. We will not see years like that. This is a nice interactive graph here. It was in 84. It was March. It was actually 101. Unbelievable. Today, in 99, it was 2000. Excuse me. It was in March. It was 100 and jumping all around here. Let me try to get back here. We'll get to June. It was 104.4. So as we get into the 2000s, it was down in June of 2011. It was 63.7. Not bad. Basically about where it is today. 2012 May was. It was 79.3, and in December it was actually 93.6. So that was in December. So it's moving around, and I have to get back to where it was. So now we have 96.1. You can go over to the St. Louis Fed, and it's a nice graphic there. We sort of like to to see that, we'll put a link up on it. Nonetheless, this will do it for us. For those in business, make it a productive next week. For the consumer, obviously, your eyes are on the prize, and your sentiment, you gave them a thumb up, as they would say on many of the media things. Have a good week, everyone. Good day.